said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. All right, y'all know what we gonna get into. Y'all saw the title of the video, but there's a few other things I'd like to add. Now we see the media has come back again to wake up the Giannis getting traded situation or wants to leave, mixing words and doing all that. We can get into that. Also, I do know that the summer league game is today, but I want to let them have a couple of games before we actually have a discussion about it, just to see how things settle out. I think that that's the best. I don't want to overreact after a game or two. Let's let the summer league cook for a little bit, 3 4 games, to see where things go. The reason I'm saying that before we get into today's topic about how important our front court is to our success is that with the summer league, we've gotten too hype in the past after 1 game or 2 games and then seen someone fall off a cliff after the third and fourth game, like Beauchamp did in multiple years, and other players. I really want to give them some time. Let's really see what they can do over a sustained amount of time before we kind of talk about the summer league. But if y'all do want to talk about it, y'all let me know. We definitely go live to get it in. But I just don't want us to overreact every game. You know what I'm saying? But the topic of today's live, and shout out to friends and family Bucks Nation. What's good with y'all? The very best in the business is how good our front court actually is with Bobby Portis Jr., Giannis, and Myles Turner. Do the Bucks have the best front court in the NBA? Friends and family, Bucks Nation, y'all let me know in the comment section. I don't know if there are many teams that have that much firepower in their front court. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Am I overreacting? Am I spot on? Y'all let me know in the comment section because I feel like our front court is extremely strong. I feel like that's an Bobby Portis is obviously a walk-in double double and a part of Junior Mafia, our bench mob. You got Myles Turner, who's pretty much a double double, 15 and 10 ish. We'll just say 15 and 7. But again, production and can shoot the three. Then you have Giannis, that's a damn near a triple double threat every game. I mean, we have some pieces. I really think that we're just missing a facilitator because all right, I'm gonna say this. I am not of full support of Giannis running point because I really do think that's gonna take too much from him. I really think that's gonna take a lot of energy out of Giannis trying to run point. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the comment section. I would really want us to find maybe an alternate facilitator because you're asking Giannis to do so much at that point. You're asking him to run the offense. You're asking him to score. You're asking him to rebound. You're asking him to defend. He's on the other side of his career. Is that really what's best for Giannis and the team? Or is it best for us to find a facilitator? I am aware, or at least the second scorer, someone that can take the pressure off of Giannis of scoring. That is part of the problem that I do have with this roster. We do not have a designated second scorer. I do feel to an extent we do need that. Somebody else that has the capability of giving us 20. I do feel that that is needed. Any team that's won the championship has had that. Even OKC, you had Shea Gilgeous-Alexander giving you 30. You had Jalen Williams giving you 20. You have to have someone else giving you 20 or damn near 20 to win an NBA championship. It just is what it is. That is the formula. You need at least 2 guys. We know the super teams of 3 and 4 are done, but 2 guys is definitely possible. You got Jokic and Jamal Murray. You know what I'm saying? They both get about 20 apiece. You need another person that can get you 20. Myles Turner is a good center, but I don't know if he can get you 20 a game. I don't think Bobby Portis can get you 20 a game. So where is that additional scoring going to come from? As much as we went in on Dame was that second at least scorer that could take some of the scoring pressure off of Giannis by giving you 25 a game. We're going to need at least 20 a game consistently from someone in order for this team to be truly competitive moving forward. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, because I saw a lot of comments. I'm going to get to them too after the live, as far as do we even need a second score because our balanced scoring. Yes, I believe we do need a second scorer, for the simple fact that you have to have someone else that can take over the scoring load consistently. And we're going to also need someone that, besides Giannis, that can close. We're going to need somebody that we can go to close. I love Giannis like everybody loves Giannis, but is he a closer where you can give him the ball to hit a game winner? I'm not sure. Maybe he has that. Y'all let me know. But I would love to have somebody else that could take that duty, like a Dame would do, like a Chris Middleton would do. We need somebody like that. I'm not sure if we have that presence currently on the roster. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. We could talk about it. I'm just getting my thoughts out here. We're going to talk about it. But that's just how I'm feeling right now. And I know the Bradley Beal talk is getting heavy now. I know we're off the table for CP3. And I know that we're still in play for Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. So we'll see what happens. And obviously those would be at very economical contracts, so it wouldn't hurt us to even give either one of those players a shot, because I do think we need a facilitator and someone else that can score. Period. For this to really work, we have to have another like true scorer on this team. Now, if we have it and y'all think it's there, y'all let me know. But I'm talking about to compete, we need another somebody else that can get buckets for real, like get buckets. When Chris Middleton was Chris Middleton, he could get you 20 a game. Dame was here for 2 seasons, got you 25 a game. We need someone else to pick that area up. Who is going to be that replacement? Who is going to accept the role as Robin on this team? That's also what I want to talk about. Who is Robin? We know Batman. Who is Robin? Do we have a Robin? Do we need to go get a Robin? Or is Alfred's and Commissioner Gordon's enough? Do you think we have enough Alfreds and Commissioner Gordons to make up for not having a Robin? Y'all let me know. Hit the like button when y'all come in here. Y'all know what it is. I just wanted to get that out there. But again, let's talk about the front court. I do think our front court is good. That's why if we had a facilitator and another scorer, it would even make things easier for our front court. Obviously, it's going to be mostly like Giannis and Myles Turner, but it will make things easier with another scoring facilitator. Otherwise, things will get clogged. It's just what it is. I am also hearing, I know a lot of y'all that hit me up on Instagram and Twitter. Salute to y'all, friends and family. Always keep your boy informed about the Bucks looking to make another move, but teams are asking for AJ Green. That's a hard pass for me. I don't think AJ Green is a player that I want to include in any trade talks. It would have to be an outstanding move for me to think of moving AJ Green. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section, but there is no way I would feel comfortable trading AJ Green to acquire someone. I don't think he should be needed. He's too much of his niche is very niche, and he's getting better. I would hate to lose AJ Green to try to acquire that 20-point a game score that I was discussing earlier. I would hate to lose AJ Green. I think AJ Green got some dog in him for real. I like AJ Green. Oh, I saw your comment. Was that you, Patricia, talking about prime example, the Pacers? Yeah, exactly. You got to have somebody else that can get you buckets. You have to. You can't just have one guy and win the game. You have to have somebody else that can consistently get you buckets. That's all I'm saying. And I also, real quick, I just want to go over the stats of the initial point of this live was talking about our front court real quick. And then I want to shout everybody out. Let's get into the comment section. I'm going to open up the lines. And damn it, I forgot to put the link in the chat earlier. My bad, y'all. Shout out to friends and family. Shout out to the queens of the chat. I see y'all in here heavy already. Salute. Appreciate y'all. Link to join the live is in the chat. My bad for not pinning it. Yeah, keep AJ Green. I'm on the keep AJ Green bandwagon. You don't got to tell me. I'm on that time. But I'm telling you, That's what I'm hearing. The Bucks are trying to make a move, but teams are asking for AJ Green. That's all I'm telling y'all. I don't want to trade AJ Green. I'm just telling y'all that's what I'm hearing. That's news that I'm getting, and I share with friends and family. That's all I'm saying. So just know the Bucks are trying to make a move. I don't know who they're trying to trade. All I'm hearing is a big hang up is including AJ Green in the trade. That's all I'm letting y'all know. So Horse is still, hey, horses, guns out. Hey, Horse got the switch. He is making moves. Hey, Horse is getting active out there. So something will happen. I don't know when, but I know the holdup where we haven't heard anything already is AJ Green. 100%, friends and family. 100%. I don't know if y'all heard that. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Let me shout y'all out too. My bad if I can't scroll all the way up if I'm missing people, but shout out to y'all. Shout out to Luke, Robert Allen, what's good? Appreciate you. Boy Mommy, what's good? Patricia P, what's good? Derek Stevenson, what's good? Humble Gentleman, Tish. Oh man, the queens of the chat in here heavy already. What's good? Jeff Riley, what's good? Brandon King Carter, what's good? The homie Dre West in the building, what's good? Appreciate you, Oliver. Bucks number 1, I ain't seeing you in a minute. What's good, fam? Francis, what's good? Appreciate you. My boy Midnight Newton in the building. What up, Midnight Newton? Good to see you, fam. Been a little bit. Salute. Jonathan Porter in the building. What's good? Appreciate y'all all popping into the live. Let's chop up this good game. And I'm actually really frustrated with the media, too. I might have to get into that for a second here. What up, 7Z? Because the way they keep trying to force Giannis out of Milwaukee is just absolutely insane and just it's almost spitting in the face of the city. Y'all should feel bad for watching ESPN because then you're supporting the rhetoric. You get what I'm saying? What up, Ryan Love, Mr. Washington, Oliver Story? What's good? I see y'all in the building. T, what's good? John Hassel, I see you. Young Doka, what up, dude? My dude, Young Doka made the live. What's good, bro? Salute, been a minute. Young Doka, prime time. What's good? Hey, why is the media continuing to try to force Giannis out of Milwaukee? What is their infatuation with destroying this community we have here? Why? That's why I dropped the short. I don't know if y'all saw the short I dropped about how Giannis has changed the economy of not only Milwaukee, but this state. He's generating so much revenue. Why would you want to force that man from here? That man is creating jobs. He's the reason we got Fiserv Forum. He's the reason the downtown is being rebuilt. So there's enough entertainment and stuff for people to do when they come down to watch Bucks games, and that's dead serious. It's ridiculous, man. Support. Like, I feel like now the media, they really are real ops. They don't want what's best for Milwaukee or the Bucks. They want what's best for the league. I understand Giannis being in a big market would be good for the league. But what's good for Wisconsin? What's good for Milwaukee? What's good for the people here? They just collateral damage? I mean, what? It's just really wild. Hey, Giannis has to do better, too. I know he likes the media attention. I know he likes trolling and all that. But sometimes you got to chill, bro. Sometimes just say what it is and be cool, bro. We know you that dude. We show you all the love. Sometimes, just chill out a little bit with all that, bro. You got people panicking, thinking you going to leave and all that. Just relax a little bit, fam. It's enough. You trolled earlier, then you said you're going to stay. Now you going on live streams to generate some more troll. Like, it's enough with the trolling, bro. Like, some people take it super serious, Giannis. You got to understand that. Not everybody sees the joke all the time. And not all jokes are funny either. You feel what I'm saying? Respectfully. Shout out to Dre West. Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Amara, Indy had 120 point a game score, but they had 6 players average double figures. It can be done. We could use more playmakers, though. Understood. But they did fall short to a team that did have 220 point a game scores. But I get where you're going. I get where you're going with that. That's fair. That's a fair point. Shout out to the homie Dre West. Primetime said trade Kuzma. I don't know if that's not off the table. 7Z said the Bucks has too many weaknesses. I think most teams have a lot of weaknesses. I don't think there's a perfect team in the NBA. Even the OKC, they have weaknesses. They're not the best shooting team. They're a good defensive, but they're not the best shooting team. I mean, every team has weaknesses. That's why there's going to be parity in the NBA, and that's why there's been so many different champions over the last couple years. Because of that, every team has weaknesses. There is no perfect team. 7Z. We don't know what would have happened with the Bucks if Dame didn't tear his Achilles. We don't know what would have happened. 7Z. We could have been the Pacers and been in the finals against OKC. We don't know that because our second best player tore his Achilles. So I don't feel. I feel like every team. I feel like more than weaknesses, the biggest attribute to winning an NBA championship is health. What did OKC have throughout these playoffs? No injuries. They had no major injuries throughout these entire playoffs. They were the healthiest team, and they ended up being the NBA champions. Y'all better start paying attention. When Boston Celtics won the NBA championship, they were the healthiest team from the beginning of the playoffs to the end of the playoffs for the most part. I know Kristaps had a little issue, but besides that, they were the healthiest team. The healthiest team usually wins the NBA championship. It's a war of attrition. Yes, all that matters, weaknesses, but it's really about being healthy. I'm telling you, that healthy thing is a whole. It's showing you. Look what happened with Indiana. Indiana had that game 7 in the grasp of their hand. Their best player was in his zone. He had like 12 points in the first 5 minutes. And tore his Achilles, it was over. Health. Can we say 100% that OKC beats Indiana in game 7 if Halliburton is playing? We can't say that. We can't say that. I can't say that. I'm going to tell you right now, I can't say that. We need that nobody wants cool. I'm not saying no names because I can't confirm that, Mr. Washington. That's all I'm saying. I can't confirm that. That's something that's very possible and plausible. I can't confirm that. But I get where you're going, sir. I get where you're going. Jay Hall said AJ Green is better than Cooper Flag right now. Hilarious. Hilarious. Hit the like button when y'all come in the building. Salute. That is hilarious. Hold on, y'all scrolling down to the comments. 1 second, y'all. Give me a second. Boy, Mommy said the media doing what we expect them to do, spread the BS per usual. Yeah, that's all they do. They want Giannis out of here so bad without thinking of the collateral damage or something like that would cause. It's just ridiculous. 7Z, Giannis is learning all the bad stuff from LeBron. It seems like it. It's attention. You know what I'm saying? It's like he wants the attention. He knows what he's doing. He's a grown man. That man's 30-some years old. He been a superstar for most of his NBA career. He knows exactly what he's doing. He wants the eyes on him. That's really what it is. He wants the eyes on Giannis. We know he ain't going nowhere. I keep telling y'all what it is. Ryan Love said Giannis making me mad playing into the rumors. He got to grow up. That's all I'm saying. I get having fun and trolling, but you already trolled this summer. Why are you trolling again? Like, come on, man. Just all I'm saying is it's a time to have fun, but it's a time to chill out. I don't even know if Giannis knows the gravity that he has to the city and this state. I don't even know if Giannis understands how devastated this state community Bucks fans would be if he left. I really don't, and I'm being respectful when I say that. I'm not going in. I'm not trying to pick at, but I'm saying when he's trolling and how people think what would happen after he left, the dark ages and things like that. He doesn't understand that, and I think sometimes before he does certain things, he should think of the backlash or how people think when you say things like that because of the effects. I mean, can y'all if Giannis left, I mean, so many jobs would be lost. Fiserv would be pretty much empty. I mean, it would change. The downtown would be empty again. Giannis brings an energy to this city and to the downtown being here. And having Giannis in this city, in this community, it's disrespectful what ESPN is doing. That's why I produce this content, so real Bucks fans and sports fans have a place of real content that's raw and true. Nobody is paying me to read off a teleprompter. I can say what I want to say. I'm not going to get put on a timeout for 2 weeks for telling the truth. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not going to get put on a timeout. Ridiculous. This ESPN, man, they should be. That's why their ratings is going down. It's ridiculous what they doing over there. Absolutely ridiculous. John Hassel said Giannis, Turner, and Kuminga would be a dynasty. NBA had not seen a front court like that. Kuminga. Interesting. What would y'all think about getting Kuminga? That's something to talk about. What do y'all think about Kuminga? What up, Greg Delaney? I see you. What up, 78? Shout out to the General. 78 Sports TV, the LDBC. What's good? Appreciate the $5 super chat. We winning 51 games this year. Book it. Giannis like being talked about. Ninja working my last nerve. Fact. See, seven. This is 78, my man. You already know what's going on. That's what I'm saying. We're irritated because we know what you're doing, and you too old to keep playing like that. That's all we say. 78, please tell me if I'm wrong in the chat. He too old to keep playing like this. He too old for that, man. He too old for that. Come on. Relax, Giannis. Get in the lab. Help these young boys. Damn, 2 red violin. It doesn't matter what moves we make. We unfortunately still have senior golfer Doc Rivers as our coach. I'm trying not to get on the negative stuff too much. Too Red. You know how I feel about Doc already, Too Red. You already know the science about how I feel about Doc. You already know that. Dre West, we know he grown, bro. I'm just saying, don't troll so much, bro. That's all I'm saying. Dre, I feel you. I'm just saying, don't troll so much, bro. He already did it. Why keep doing it? That's all I'm saying. What up, Jeff? They didn't even show when Giannis said he loves Milwaukee. I watched the whole iShowSpeed show. Amber, they didn't really talk about basketball as ESPN was putting. Of course, because ESPN is not going to get views telling the truth, right? They're there to get people to watch. That's why I be telling y'all, man, hey, I did a short on it. If it didn't come from this platform and from this community of friends and family, it's not true. When has friends and family lied or made up a story? Never. So why go somewhere else if you get everything right here? Why are you even giving them your energy? You know it's all nonsense. It's WWE. Why don't y'all get that? It's WWE. This is all scripted. The arguing, it's all choreographed. It's like J-Lo. All that's choreographed. It's a script. They're paid to play a role. That's it. That is why everyone comes to YouTube for content. Because it's true and real. What you're seeing on TV is fake. It's soap opera. It's General Hospital. That's it. Don't be fooled. Don't let that stuff fool you to get you all fired up. They supposed to. That's what they to get you to watch. They gotta say wild stuff, right? ESPN 5. They gotta say wild stuff to get you to watch. Because without saying wild stuff, they can't entertain the people. They don't have the personality. They don't have the sauce to entertain the people without outlandish takes. Just peep the game. Peep the play, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Peep the play. Peep the plays. That's all I'm saying. What up, Robbie H? And also, with the Bucks, do you guys think we need a actual point guard, or do we need an additional scorer? Like, is it a person that would y'all prefer like another point guard so that Giannis doesn't have to facilitate, or do you want an actual scorer, like someone that's gonna come in and just get you buckets? What do you think this team needs? I know some of y'all think this team doesn't need anything. I beg to differ on that. I'm gonna see what y'all say in the comment section about that. Do we need an actual facilitator, or do we just need a scorer? What up, Janet MOC? Queens of the chat in here deep. Salute to the queens of the chat. That is my question, K Real. Is Kuz's value even high enough to trade him for Kuminga? That is a great question. Friends and family, I don't think Kuzma's I don't know about that. If we could pull it off, that would be awesome. But yeah. Yeah, exactly, Dre West. Stop listening to the media. Y'all wouldn't be triggered. That's all I'm saying in a nutshell. Thank you, Dre West. Thank you, sir. Stop listening to the media. You won't get triggered. Thank you. That's it in a nutshell. Yes, Mr. Washington, Kuminga would be cheaper than Kuzma, but would the team want Kuzma the way he's performed since he's had on a Bucks uniform is the question at hand here, sir. That's the question. We would love to have Kuminga. He'd be an upgrade from Kuzma, but why would Golden State want Kuzma? That is why I'm telling y'all the AJ Green thing has come into play. I can't say everything because I don't know that for a fact. But if y'all are putting it together, like I see some of y'all putting it together, you understand now why certain moves AJ Green would be involved. Y'all, man, listen, friends and family, some of the smartest in the world. Y'all peep what I'm saying now? For certain trades to come to fruition, teams are asking for AJ Green. Why would they ask for AJ Green? And I see y'all putting it together. Salute to friends and family. Jermaine said, what about Westbrook? I'm not against Westbrook. Westbrook has a high motor. He got some dog in him. He's energetic. He can push the pace. He can play with pace, which I like. I'm not against it at a vet minimum. I'm not against that. I think it would help Giannis as long as he can play somewhat under control. King Robinson said Westbrook or Brogdon will never come here. Brogdon left and he said some real wild stuff about the city. He'll never come here. He definitely will never come here. Oh, I forgot to shout out Tish. Did I shout you out? What up, Tish? I know you was in the chat earlier. Salute. Let me get the, what up, Keys? Appreciate you popping in. What up, bro? Salute. What up, Mr. 414? Saw Cali in the building. I see the team that popped out. Friends and family popping out. Salute. John Hassel said if you throw an AJ in a pick and then Kuzma for Kuminga, but look how much you giving up. That's you're giving. I don't like giving up AJ Green, man. I'm telling you, y'all just was talking crazy about us giving up Sam Merrill. We gave up Sam Merrill. Look at we gave up Dante DiVincenzo. Now look, but now y'all say y'all throwing AJ Green in like AJ Green ain't about to be something. AJ Green is about to be something. The problem is Kuzma's looked so bad. Why would a team want to take that on? That's the problem. King said Kuz, Dre, and the first round for Kuminga. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Shout out to you, Keys. I'm not mad at that. Two Red Violin says, does Kuminga play any defense? I think a little. I'm not going to say he's no defensive stopper, but I don't think he's a scrub. I don't think he's a cone. Let me say that. I don't think he's a cone. I don't think so. Checking the comment, but from what I saw, I don't think he's he's not a cone out there. Patricia P said Kuz wasn't supposed to be an upgrade over Midi. We need to get thank you. Look at Patricia P dropping the science. That's exactly why we needed to get rid of mid salary off the books and get under the second apron. That is the only reason Middleton was traded. 100%. Shout out to the queens of the chat. Damn, y'all smart as hell. Oh, I love bragging on the queens of the chat. Salute to y'all. Always dropping gems with receipts. Big 49 was good. Not sure we spoke trade Green. He's our best shooter. Yeah. I do not Big 49. No, I'm saying I don't want us to trade AJ Green. But I understand why a team would ask for that if you're telling me I got to take Kuzma or a player of that ilk that's on this team. They're going to say, you got to throw something else in. And if I was a team, I would want AJ Green. He's going to be a lifetime 40% plus three-point shooter. 100%. Lifetime. You can book it. He's a real shooter. You can book it. The childish one said Kuminga can't shoot. He's terrible fit next to Giannis and his IQ is questionable. Okay. Childish one, who would you prefer? What is a player that you prefer that's actually realistic that the Bucks may be able to acquire? Let me know in the comment section. The homie No Strays ENT, our favorite op, is in the house. Hey, don't the Dallas Mavericks were 100% healthy when the Celtics beat them? No, they weren't. Hey, don't do that. No, they weren't. Wasn't somebody hurting the Mavericks? Didn't Luka have a bad back or something? No, they weren't healthy, bro. Stop that. That was a hospital championship, bro. But you still got a championship. Boston has a championship. It's in the rafters. It count. It's just, it's going to have an asterisk next to it because y'all never beat no team that was really 100% healthy for real. But so you still won. You can only beat who's in front of you. Mr. Cool, the living legend, is in the building. Thank you, Mr. Cool. Absolutely no trading AJ Green, no trading Trent Jr., no trading Kevin Porter Jr. Kuzma and Prince can be traded. Understood, Mr. Cool. But for a team to take Kuzma, they're going to want AJ Green. Looking at it from a GM perspective, Mr. Cool, wouldn't you do the same if you were an opposing team looking at how Kuzma's played? We got to keep it serious and be realistic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that to happen. I appreciate the Bucks standing firm and not doing anything as of yet. I'm just telling y'all that's what's holding up us. We haven't busted a move already. Teams is asking for AJ Green. Boom. It's Moose 414. Shout out to my bro. Y'all have to be honest. Kuminga isn't worth what y'all are willing to give up for. I agree with that. I don't think AJ. I'll say this. I'd rather have him than Kuzma, but he's not worth including AJ Green. Absolutely not. Oliver Story said Bucks young guys look better than last summer. Salute. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. Ken Key said I felt like we're gonna have to give up a first to get off Kuz unless he come out balling and increase his value. That's the only way, Keith. That's the only way. But that's why the Bucks are standing firm right now. Because that's crazy. Kuz ain't trash like that. Hit the like button. Kuz is not trash where you gotta include AJ Green and a first round pick to get him off the squad is crazy. I'd be mad if I was Horace. Y'all coming at me like I'm a sucker. That's crazy. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just insane. Robbie H, you not mad at he's just another small guard? What other guard do we got that's shooting over 40% like that? Like he has gravity. I don't even know if y'all was paying attention. AJ Green has gravity out there. When he comes on the court, teams are aware that he's on the court. Y'all do understand that, right? Y'all do understand that, right? Teams do adjust when AJ Green is out there because he'll cook you. We're not gonna do that. Thank you, Janet MOC. You see, no strays. You was playing games. Queens of the chat. Luka had lower back issues and issues as well. He was drafted. See? Just be happy you won a championship with Boston, no strays. It ain't gonna happen again for a very long time. That's 100%. 414 Jay said, I like Kuminga's athleticism, but we need high IQ players, and fam is not it. I feel you. And especially not it giving up those type of assets. That's it. Man, they OC asking for that. They literally OC asking for that. What up, Eric Payne? What's good, bro? AJ Green is definitely a solid defender. I think he got a little dog in him too. Hey Eric, I've been a fan. Hey, I've been a fan of AJ Green. You got to remember, this is from way back in the day when Midnight Newton was talking about free AJ Green randomly. Hashtag free AJ Green. We've been an AJ Green supporter on this channel for quite some time. We've seen him develop and take leaps. We saw him be behind Andre Jackson Jr. and just pass and lap him like 8 times, where he's a key part of our rotation at this point. I feel like AJ Green is a difference maker for this team and got a flamethrower. You don't take that for granted. Many teams don't have flamethrowers. That's why a team that has a 3-point shooter likes to keep him. We lose him. I know you can say we got Gary Trent Jr. and then who? Then who's a 3-point shooter? Besides Gary Trent Jr., who else? That's the problem. I done see Sherelle up in here. What up, Sherelle? Queens of the chat in here multiplying. Let's go. What up, Sherelle? I didn't even see you up in here. Salute. Mr. 414 said Westbrook was the reason the Nuggets was eliminated. I'm cool on Westbrook, bro. Mr. 414, all I'm saying is in certain doses and in a controlled environment, I think Westbrook can help any team. He has his moments because he is more of a lower IQ basketball player, but I still think he brings you value at the mid-level exception or vet minimum. I do think he brings value. He did have an effect in that series. Damn, you came for that man right away. Damn. Right on his helmet. Damn. Said I'm cool on it, bro. Damn, Mr. 414. Damn it. No Stray said John Horst, no, you can't have Dame Lillard. We have AJ Green at home. Come on, bro. That's not the same. Come on, No Strays. You better than that. Was a low blow. Come on, No Strays. You better than that. Come on, bro. No Stray. Come on, fam. That's why y'all damn near might be a playing team, No Strays. Boston might be a playing team. You over here jacking. Y'all might be a playing team. Y'all trading away people left and right trying to get in their autumn luxury taxes. Y'all might be a playing team. Watch. Keep playing. Big 49 said if we bring in Westbrook, he cannot play the fourth quarter ever. Why are y'all going in? People can't make mistakes? Mistakes don't happen, friends and family? Why y'all blacking out like that? Come on, man. Westbrook can help your team. Westbrook can help any team. Somebody with that type of motor can help any team. He had a bad moment. Look how many shameful moments in the playoffs LeBron has had, and people put him in a GOAT conversation. So what are we doing? What are we doing? He had a moment or two, but he's a former MVP, triple double machine. He can rebound. He can facilitate. He plays with a high energy. He leaves it all on the floor. I just don't think he would hurt this team overall. I don't think Westbrook will hurt this team overall. That's me. Y'all let me know. I don't think he would hurt this team, especially with Giannis here. I think I just don't see. I don't think he would hurt this team. Seven Z said AJ Green's 3-point is 42% as a backup. If he's a starter, it's going to be below. Why would he start though? 7Z. He wouldn't be starting. He's a knockdown 3-point shooter coming off the bench. I think he would be fine starting, but he won't be. I don't see a window for him even starting right now. I don't see that being possible. And I don't think it would drop that much, to be honest, 7Z. He was playing fairly heavy minutes towards the end of the season, and he was still shooting well. Primetime said we need the Queens to call in, too. The only one that's called in, Nick Swin. Shout out to Nick Swin. Hey, Queens of the chat gonna call in when they got time. They gonna call in. I have seen them in person. They do exist. I promise you, they do exist. I have seen them in person. So they do exist. Shout out to Patricia P, Cynthia, Sherelle. I have seen them in person. I have seen them. They do exist. I promise you. They gonna tap in one of these times when they ready. Wow, K Real said AJ Green has more value to this team than Dame ever did. Damn, why you kick Dame back in, fam? Was that necessary to kick Dame back in? Damn. What is it? Hey, J. Cole, Ryan Love, I see you all in the chat. What's up with Troy Murphy? I feel like he's a new hot person to talk about. What's up with Troy Murphy? Does Bucks Nation like Troy Murphy? What's up with Troy Murphy? Y'all let me know. Saul Cali was good. That's what I thought. I thought Russ had a very good season as well, Saul Cali. He wouldn't hurt this team. I think y'all are tripping if you think he wouldn't be an asset to the Milwaukee Bucks. He totally would be an asset, in my opinion. I'm not going to even hold y'all. That's fine. A 1-year deal. That's fine. I'm not against that. Jeff Riley said Westbrook's worst moments came from playing with LeBron James and the Lakers. He did fine with the Clippers and Nuggets. Thank you. Again, I'm not here capping or campaigning for Westbrook. I'm just saying I wouldn't be upset if he was added to this roster. That's all I'm saying. I think he would be an asset to this roster. Hey, you remember that Midnight Noon when you was doing that free AJ Green? That was funny as hell. Do you remember that? That was funny as hell. Shout out to Midnight Newton. John Hassel said he wanted Giannis, Turner, and Kuminga. So there are people on the Kuminga bandwagon. There are definitely people on the Kuminga bandwagon. Robert Allen says Summer League is a 3-point bricklaying competition. Hey, the NBA is that's all they do is chuck threes in the NBA. What you think they gonna do in Summer League? They gotta get ready to come to the NBA. So what else they gonna do is just chuck threes? That's why the game is so weak looking now, man. Only 5 people in the NBA got a mid-range. Nobody has a back to the basket game anymore. And they be talking about how what they would do to people in the 90s and all y'all get dog walked by them cats. Y'all game is so simple now. It's just 3-point drive to the basket. That's it. 5 people got a mid-range that's consistent. Ridiculous. Just chucking up threes. Steph, I understand he made it cool, but he's the only one that's like that. There's a couple close, but he's the one that's like that. Everybody else ain't like that. They gotta stop, man. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I miss the back to the basket game, big man having a post game, and everybody not chucking threes. I miss that. I don't know about y'all, but I miss that. King Robinson said, "How is AJ Green scored?" Hey, it's Dame was never accepted on the Bucks, bro. King Robinson, Dame was never accepted on the Bucks, man. It just is what it is. He was never accepted by friends and family. Truly, I don't know, but I think it's best that the Bucks part ways with Dame. The friends and family and the community and I just don't know, something just never clicked with the fan base. It just never clicked. He all there, no matter how many points he scored, to be a disdain. He's an all-star, it's a disdain. He the all-star MVP, they don't care. He 3-point champion, they don't care. Two-time all-star, don't care. His stats last year is better than Steph, they didn't care. So at that point, you just got to cut ties, and hopefully we can utilize that money to get enough quality pieces in here to make a run or just compete. I just really want the Bucks to compete. That's what I really am most concerned about. I just want us to be able to compete on a high level. It's very difficult to win an NBA championship, but I understand that. But I just want us to compete, look like a quality team out there, playoff team, and I think we're there. But I think with a few pieces, we could really compete on a high level if we get the right pieces in there, or if they make any of the moves that are being rumored. I think it will improve our chances 100%. Jeff Riley said, "Listen, Beal had his best playing with Westbrook. Westbrook, Giannis, and Beal together would be dangerous. Damn, I don't know if we could afford all that, but yeah, it would be. It'd be interesting to say the least. It would be interesting to say the least. If Westbrook didn't change, he'd be out of the NBA. Just AI, yeah. I think Westbrook would be okay, 7Z. I really do. I honestly think he would be okay. No, Midnight New. Tyus Jones is a hard pass. Nah, he's not it. Nah, Seth Curry, I'm cool on too. Eric Payne, nah, I'm cool on that. I'm definitely cool. Ryan Love said Murphy averaged 22 points a game in New Orleans. A good 3-and-D player. Andy Young, but not really athletic, but a good player. Not as good as Middleton, but he got similar traits. Interesting. Interesting. Shout out for that breakdown. That was a dope breakdown. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. James Turner said Dame was Monte Ellis when he got. That was diabolical. Wow. You're wildin', bro. That was hilarious. Come on, Dame was a two-time All-Star. We not gonna do that. The Childs was said Dame was a two-time All-Star with the Bucks. Dude gave gave his all for this team. He'll be missed. Just a shame we couldn't get a healthy run. Fact. That's all I'm saying. I think he should be appreciated 100%. Ismool said the Dame hate from some of the fan base is so crazy to me. He gave the Bucks everything he had, shaking my head. That's how I feel, bro. Hey, that's how I feel. I feel like he gave this team he knew good and well he had opportunity of tearing his Achilles coming back from that blood clot, and he did it for the love of the team. And a lot of people fan base spit in his face. Spit in his face, 100%, and I just don't know why. Mr. Cool, shout out to Mr. Cool, said the Bucks were 16-8 when Dame didn't play. I guess he was trash. I don't know what y'all want to say. I guess I guess 25 points a game is trash nowadays. I don't know what to say. I'm at a loss for words about the dang thing. Janet, we don't got Livingston no more. We got rid of Middleton. Westbrook, Ajax, Livingston, and Peck. Ajax, the only person still on this team, Janet. We got rid of Pat, and we got rid of Livingston. Hey, Horse been moving, Janet. Horse been moving. Horse been moving. Was Pam in here too? What up, Pam? Oh yeah, I've been hearing that too. The RJ Barrett. I've been hearing definitely been hearing about the Bucks with RJ Barrett as well. Shout out to you, Don Trill. I've definitely been hearing about that as well. RJ Barrett from the Raptors. Yep, 100% been hearing that as well. That's why I said I don't want to say anything is being finalized, but you know, a lot of Bucks Nation, they're kind of putting players together, and that's why I'm saying people are asking for AJ Green, because you're getting back kind of like a bona fide 20-point a game scorer for the most part, and Kuz just looked just terrible with the Bucks. He looked terrible. He didn't even look like a professional at certain points in the game, which was concerning. Boy, mommy says, so we got Doc's son coaching too. Wow, Doc is taking over. Shout out to boy mommy. Get at it. Get at it. He got somebody blackmailed in the Bucks organization, boy mommy. He got somebody blackmailed. She going in. Boy mommy in her bag. She triggered. Hey y'all, boy mommy triggered. Hey, boy mommy is triggered. Boy mommy triggered. Yeah, but I don't think he has an active roster spot though. I know that Livingston, but I don't think he has an active roster spot. J. Cole said because he never wanted to be here, and I think some fans peeped that. But even if it did, they peeped that, he was still giving you 100% on the court. Isn't that what matters? That he actually is playing hard for your team. He's giving you 25 a game. We never had two players averaging 25 plus a game. He was giving you 25. I don't care if he wanted to be here or not. He was giving you 25 points a game. What are we talking about, friends and family? Now we're asking, where's our second scorer? What are we talking about today? Where's our second scorer, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's the problem. We don't have a second scorer, and that's the problem. I keep telling y'all. Mr. 414 said, I stand with Dame, but the experiment with Giannis didn't go like most of us hoped it would. I agree. That's kind of how I feel there. It just didn't work out. But Dame wasn't trash or anything, but it just didn't work out. Y'all make it sound like he was trash. Mr. Washington agrees. Same. What a shout out to Bleacher Report, boss. Same. No strays. ENT said, don't worry, y'all. Celtics will take care of Dame and treat him with the respect he deserves while Bucks pay the tax. That's actually wild. Hold on, let me tap in the living legend. Y'all already know when I say that who it is. Let me tap in the living legend real quick. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah. What up, Mr. Cool? The floor is yours, sir.
Man, I was trying to relax and just listen and watch the game on TV and listen to the
Uh,
chat. You done got me, have to make me call in now about Dame because y'all with all the stuff about Dame. So let me address Dame a little bit, and I hope I'm speaking for some of the fans. It just seemed, we know Bucks fans are great people. They love their team,
Mm-hmm.
but they do want the player to kind of love them back. And I just don't know that he ever really fully communicated. I mean, that to me, I will always go back to that parade. That was an amazing welcoming they gave him. It was just amazing.
That's fair.
And I don't know how many times he's ever even acknowledged that. And I know he was going through a lot. We get that.
Mm-hmm.
The divorce and relocating. So, I mean, there were just body language messages from him that sometimes I think fans just had a hard time reading. I don't think no one we knock what he did and his accomplishments and his sacrifice of coming playing off of his injuries. Man, that was great and great. But his entire first season, he kept saying he wasn't in shape. And to me, I'm just speaking for myself in this one, the whole season you can't get in shape? The whole season? And I was like, come on now. This usually you do that in training camp, but you had 6, 7 months to get in shape. So I don't think the fans really turned on him or against him or don't like him or don't appreciate him. The fans wanted to embrace him. They tried to embrace him. We wanted to embrace him. But did he really embrace us back? I mean, he goes on these other podcasts. He talks a lot, but when does he ever just talk to the Bucks fans? When did he ever just say, "Hey, man, I've been
Right.
injured, or I love being in Milwaukee, or I like being here"? Something. I mean, he just seemed as if he never felt like he wanted to be here. People, pick up on that. People pick
Yeah.
up on that.
That
And
no,
I
that's
think that's
fair.
what a lot of fans do. Huh.
And he's
And
nonchalant attitude as well. I think people where he never felt like he was engaged in games. There was no energy. There was no, you know what I mean. It was nothing. It just like everything was stoic, and I think that
I mean,
bothered the fan base as
I
well.
mean, the only time he shocked me and surprised me, and he was glad when he got Halliburton's face off the bench when he wasn't playing that game when he wanted to fight him. But I needed that fight while you playing during the
Right.
season all year long too. So I don't know. I mean, it was an experiment that just didn't work out. And I guess another part for me is he let a lot of guards just come at him so hard. Not just Halliburton, a lot of these guards in this conference came at him hard, and they were
Right.
just lighting him up. And he didn't seem to fight back enough for me. A guy with his
Mm.
resume, with his talent, skill
Right.
set. I mean, I'm not going to let these guards just torch me like this. And that happened quite a lot.
Okay.
And I just didn't feel he just took enough pride to say, hey, I'm not going to let that happen. I'm not going to be, as you just said, nonchalant.
Right.
So I just think his body language sometimes gave it up. But I don't think the fan base was ever against the guy. I don't think.
Oh,
I mean, but like I said, it's a two-way street. Giannis embraced the fans. He embraces everybody, the support he gets. And Dame just always seemed to be, a little distant from that aspect of things. So, but
I got another
appreciate
question
what
for
he
you.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
agreed. I got a question for you though, Mr. Cool. We've been
Yeah.
talking a lot today about the AJ Green being included in trade talks. How do you feel
Nope.
about that?
Nope. Nope. Absolutely not. We've invested to build this guy up. Why in the
That's
world are
all
we
I'm
going to turn around
saying.
and think about it?
Right. What a pass. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
And then what's the little guard that we traded to Cleveland that light us up every time we play him now?
Um,
Sam
Uh,
Merrill.
Sam Merrill.
Sam Merrill. Do we want to do that again?
That's all
Trade away a
I'm
guard
saying.
that's coming?
Get him, Mr. Cool.
No. That doesn't make any sense. When the reason teams are asking for him because they see how good he is. I don't see them asking for Prince. Okay,
Oh!
I'm just saying.
That I'm just letting fans know that's what's holding up moves right now with the Bucks. Is teams
Well,
that they're trying to engage with are asking for AJ Green. That's all I'm saying. I don't
that's
want
no,
AJ Green to go, but I'm
Who,
telling you
no.
that's what teams are
who's
asking for.
asking for him? Is the question. If it's Miami, I'm saying no straight away.
I don't want to give up AJ Green period though, pass.
No. There's parts where you give him up, and that's where it's a player that's very clearly going to be better than him, no matter what. I like AJ Green a lot. But if you tell me that it's most likely you're not going to get either of the wings from the Pelicans, because I
Right.
don't know what they're doing right now. Queen, not look.
Troy Murphy. Everybody loves the Troy Murphy.
Trey Murphy's thing is he gets paid more than Kyle Kuzma. That's the problem.
Mm.
So even then, you have to put someone else in the trade. You can't just do Kyle Kuzma straight up. You could do it for you could have done that for Herb, but he just signed that contract, so I don't know now.
But you could do it for Trey and Prince.
Who wants Prince? Like, let's be real, who wants him? He's only here because Ham's here. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, the moment Ham leaves, he's going to the same place.
When Prince was leading the league in 3-point shooting, first in the league, and then when Middleton finally got healthy and took his spot, and he didn't fight for his spot, that's when I knew this dude is mentally soft. I am leading the entire NBA in 3-point shooting,
That's true.
and I'm gonna just give up my spot because Middleton is hopping back in out here like this on one leg?
Fake
No.
shooters. Fake shooters, man. You can't trust them. I will say this about this game that's going on. This game is really boring. I do not. Why are we not playing these guys who I actually want to see? I do not care about these guys who are trying to get into this league. Why am I seeing a 5'7" man play ball right now?
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true. Yeah, you're wasting time.
Go
You're
tell Bogey to put Bogey in. We can't even put Sears in because he got a sprain.
that's true, Patricia. Dame and Giannis were the highest scoring duo in the NBA.
It wasn't from off of each other though.
No, it was just individual.
They were just doing their own thing.
They're doing their whole thing. But again, still though, that's still an accomplishment. They were the highest scoring duo in the NBA. That's still
Mr. Politician also saying some crazy stuff today. I mean, it sounds good, but politicians say a lot of stuff that sounds good. He was saying, "Oh, we got to do point Giannis. We're gonna see a lot of faster pace."
But I don't know if I want point Giannis. That's gonna take a lot of energy to be point
Mhm.
Giannis. I'm not a fan of that.
You're not. You do have a second ball handler. Well, two technically. You have three. They're not high tier ball handlers. Secondary though. So if you,
I mean, do you really feel comfortable?
I want to try it at least a little bit. You don't have to do the whole year, obviously, but like try it at least to like the half, to like halfway through.
How do you feel? Yeah, how do you feel
break.
about that, Mr. Cool? I'm not a fan. I really think it's gonna
Okay.
tire him out. I mean, I pass. I feel you pass, but you really don't think at his age that he should really be taking this responsibility on?
I mean, you don't. He doesn't have to do everything. His offense really probably might drop a little bit. Like offensively, he might get a little bit less points, but the rest of the team, those are gonna get more points though. If that's the case, look, the stuff you see with Jokic, that thing is replicable. You can easily do that. Those triple doubles every single game. I've seen it. We saw last year what he was doing after when Dame was out. We saw how it looked, and it was one of the better times of the Bucks this year.
Okay, but you think over an extended amount of time we should? That's what I'm.
If you can get the right pieces around him who make it easy for him, yeah, I think it's possible. Like you have there's two pieces already there that you know you want to keep, and that's AJ Green and Gary Trent. Two great shooters, decent defenders. Just all you need, and Myles Turner I think will help a lot defensively too, so you don't have to worry too much on defense. I'm still happy about that, man. Yo, the Pacers fans are mad as shit. They are hating.
So how do you feel about that too, then, Mr. Cool? Let me let Mr. Cool. That we get to that one too. Pass, Mr. Cool. How do you feel about point Giannis?
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely, because I saw it at the end of the season, and it was pretty amazing how good he was.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sold on it because he loves to pass the ball. And yes, I understand your concern about him being wore down a little bit, but we'll work that out. You still got Porter Jr. Hopefully, get another point guard, and you got Ryan as well. Rollins to help. So there's ways that we can get him the ball out of his hand, so he don't have to always be the primary man.
That's my concern.
Yeah, but I know he loves doing it, and he loves playing that facilitator. Let him do it, man.
So okay, speaking of help, so just to interject here briefly, Mr. Cool. Then I got this to pass. Also, you've seen us going back and forth about Westbrook. To you first, Mr. Cool, and then to pass. How would you feel about Westbrook?
I got mixed emotions about that one. I don't mind, but I just think in the long run, unless it's a 1-year deal for a reasonable amount of money, then I would take that chance. But I'm still under the mindset we're playing for 2 years. We're not really playing this year. We're trying to get back on the right track and get us back in position after the whole Dame situation. So I don't know that he might be okay to step in and help us while we try to get back on track, but he wouldn't be in my future for next year at all, the following year,
No,
because
1 year
he
deal.
just yeah, 1 year deal, and maybe he could take some of that pressure off of Giannis
That's
as
why.
far as
That's why.
ball handling
Yeah, that's why I'm
and
asking that.
transition. Because I know we talk about Kuzma doing it, but I'm kind of not feeling Kuzma just doing that. He just seems to be too shaky. Like I said the other day, against good competition, he played pretty well against weaker teams. He doesn't rise his game up. Westbrook will take the challenge of playing good teams and wanting to compete. And to me, that's one of my biggest things with players. Do you want to compete?
Compete. That's fair.
Man, get out there and compete. And that's why I cannot deal with Prince. He's demonstrated that he's just not that dude. And I guess we got him back cheap to sit on the bench because he's just not my type of player. He should be big time trade bait if anybody wants him. He's the first one I'm gonna hold up.
He's the new Pat Connaughton on the team, Prince.
I would take Pat Connington over him. At least we know we won a championship with Pat.
Here we go. Here we go.
This guy out here leading the league in shooting, and say, okay, I'll just sit down. What? I never heard of such a thing.
He showed
Man, he
no
should have
heart.
been mad.
He showed no
He should
heart.
have been pissed. Right. Who in the world would just say, here, just take my seat. You're
Right,
broken
just
down
take it.
Middleton.
Just take it. Right.
You're playing on one leg. I'll give you my spot though. I'll just sit here and I, that was the day I was done with him. Because I love shooters.
Right.
And I love guys that can shoot. And when you just say I ain't even gonna play, I'll just sit. Wow. What is that all about? So, but getting back to Westbrook, I don't mind. I don't know what past things. I don't mind for one season, but he's definitely not a long term
No, no,
project.
not
I
long term,
want
but
to
for a season, stopgap player.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, Pass?
Okay, I'm gonna this off with something. Russ is my favorite player of all time.
Okay.
Right? He's the reason why I got into basketball. That being
Okay.
said, keep him away from the Bucks.
Okay. Go. Why?
If they're we have Kyle Kuzma on this team. Do you want another Kyle Kuzma on this team right now? Do you really want to see this? Do you really want to hamper the the development of Ryan Rollins and KPJ? I don't.
Mm.
If you
Oh.
want to get someone like a point guard who actually help run the offense, who's older, Chris Paul may make way more sense. I understand.
I
I'm even
agree.
iffy on Chris Paul, but the one thing with Chris Paul is proven, he will make those young guys way better. He will help those bench teams way better.
Yeah,
The offense
I
will
agree.
actually run through.
I agree.
I
CP3 is
cannot
off
do.
the table though. I think he went somewhere and chose someone else. CP3 is off
Is
the
he?
table.
I thought he's still a free agent.
I thought they said he was off the table earlier today.
He's look. Beal is most likely off the table because Beal's probably going to the Clippers. But
Beal's going to
Chris,
the Clippers.
most likely, that's what he says. That's what it's like. Everything's reporting looks like. It's most likely going to be that. He hasn't been bought out yet, so he can't do anything yet. Until he gets bought out, they're not going to do anything.
I could see him going to the Clippers though. That's up his alley. Another warm weather state, like he likes to go to.
Yeah, you were stuck in. You decided to stay in Washington for like 20 to 10, 15 years. So
Right.
you already got your money. Money's not your concern. And honestly, the Clippers got a pretty good team. All things
Yeah, I
considered.
agree. He could help them, in my opinion. He would
You
help
essentially
them.
just you're doing the Norman Powell rule again, pretty much.
Right? Yeah,
But
he'd be Norman Powell. Exactly, with a higher ceiling than Norman Powell.
I don't know.
What I don't want though is for us to rush just to get a player.
Yeah,
That's
I
fair.
mean, I kind of don't mind our roster the way it is right now to start the season. If we get
Understood.
somebody else to go,
we have we waived we we added two new players. Honestly, I'm still confused about the Gary Harris signing till this day. And then I looked at it like, oh, he's the same. he has the same agent as Turner. That explains a lot now. That's why he's
Yeah,
signed here.
yeah, I did hear that. I
He's
did
not
get that.
trash though. I don't think he's trash.
He's not trash, but he's not the same player that he was like 5 years ago.
No, that's true.
If this was 5 years ago, I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, this was a really good signing. At this point, I'm like, all right,
That I guess that's true. That's a fair
it's
point.
it's
That's
cool,
fair.
I guess. Like it's fine, but like AJ Green's better than you, so what does it matter?
That's
Gary
true.
Trent's better than you, so
He's
like,
good.
why do we sign him? I guess we can put him as a 3. I don't know.
He can play defense still though, at least.
Yeah, I mean, he did come from a good defensive team, so maybe hopefully
Yeah,
that
so at
like
least
rubs
he can
off.
be a defender. That's what I'm looking more for his defense, a 3 and D guy. That's what I'm thinking more.
I am curious to see how
Gary.
the season goes because I have no clue how good the Bucks would be. If you told me the
That's
Bucks
what I'm
would be,
saying. Yeah,
if you
I don't
told me
know
the
what the
Bucks,
ceiling is for this
literally,
team.
if you told me the Bucks are a 41 team next year, I believe you. If you say
Right.
they are a 51 team, I believe you. I have no clue. I
That's
really
true.
don't know where they are at.
That's a good point. Hey, in the chat, how many wins do the Bucks have next year? That's a good question. That's on you, Mr. Cool. Where do you see this Bucks team at with the current roster?
Current roster right now,
Yeah.
48 wins.
That's where
Okay.
I'm at
48.
too, like 48, 49. Maybe
Yeah.
they can maybe get 50 if they play
Maybe
really well.
50. That's what I think. Max out would be 50. Chat, what y'all think about that? How many wins can the Bucks get this season with the current roster? Let me see what they saying in the chat. What up, Young Doka? Rep Milwaukee, I see you. What up, Kenny Mack? Damn, everybody up in here. What's good? I like that. Yeah. I'm waiting to see. 49, 51. Okay. What up, Luke? Trying to see how many people. I think people are hovering around 50 wins. 50, yeah, 50.
I
Okay.
have a feeling. I don't know.
I can see that though, especially with the East the way it is, with the injuries. That's not crazy. It's not
But I
crazy.
think the reason I don't think we'll get 50 is because you still got to do some load management with
Giannis. Okay. Yep.
So
Okay.
that's why,
It's yeah,
can't let him play so many games.
That's a good point.
It's that I don't know how well Orlando is going to be, how well
Philadelphia.
Atlanta's going to be. Philadelphia is another big wild card because we have no clue what their health is going to be like.
The East is a wild card.
There's literally only 2 teams I'm sure will do over 50 wins, and that's the Cavs and the Knicks.
Correct.
And that's really because they're going to be healthy.
Correct. 100% healthy.
And they're already proven to be a good regular season teams.
Yeah.
Maybe the Bucks get like 4th seed, 5th seed. I don't know. I think that's I don't think we'll be in a play-in though. I know that's a joke that we'll be a play-in, but I don't.
No, I see it at a minimum 6 seed. I can see it's at a 6 seed.
Even how bad, even with the East being like this, the Bucks will get easily like a 4th, 5th seed. I feel pretty confident.
I don't think it's off the table or like outlandish to say that at all. Mr. Cool, you agree with that?
What's that?
About us hovering around, but I'd say around no lower than the 6th seed. Past is saying around the 4th seed.
I'm thinking 4 or 5. Yeah, 4 or 5.
It's like you gotta give respect to 2 teams, obviously,
right.
Cavs and Celtics. I mean, Cavs and Knicks. So those 2 teams are giving off first respect to, and then it's between Orlando or Atlanta. Atlanta's I would give a little bit more respect to Orlando than Atlanta, only because Atlanta's issue is more so, what is KP gonna give you? Is he gonna be healthy?
Right.
Because then you're still in the same boat. You're essentially just the same team, but just you added Nod to your team now, which is a good signing, but still, I don't know.
Yeah.
And Magic definitely have something, but
we don't know what yet.
That payroll is something else. These teams
are they second apron?
Yeah, I think so. OKC is for OKC did sign those big contracts. They're not second apron yet.
Really?
Yeah. And this is the genius of Sam Presti. You remember how I told you like how that big signing was a really good thing? The big that they signed? That's the perfect Isaiah Hartenstein replacement. That $20 million that iHeart's getting paid off the books, you got a young center right there. This is what a good GMing looks like.
Damn! He said this is what good GMing looks like. Damn, that was a nasty body shot right there, pass. Damn. No, Presti is showing you how to really move and groove and build for the future. And I think that's what B Shack was saying. That when
They
what
won't. Yeah,
Horse is doing is building for now. And
they
Presti
don't.
is building for now and the future simultaneously. That
They don't
he's
get second apron.
dynamic.
Yeah, they don't get second apron until 2027. And your team is all young players too. So if one of them don't work out, you have the picks also to get if
How
you
did
need to
they
be. Literally, it's really hard to not. It's really hard for them to fail. And
Well,
they
I'm
got
not,
rid of the jitters of being in the finals now. Plus,
I will.
usually,
I
I
will
don't know.
push. I'm gonna push back on Presti a
Okay.
little bit because they tanked for 2 or 3 years, and when you do that, you trade away all your players, and you tank, and you end up in the bottom, and you get high draft picks. Quite naturally, and I will say this: he made some great trades to get a lot of draft picks for some very questionable players like Paul
Paul
George.
George, right? That's very questionable
I
player,
mean, at the time,
right?
no.
That
At
was
the time,
hilarious, Mr. Cole. Right, go ahead, man.
the thing is, at that time, people really enjoyed those guards those wings that can guard and that can shoot and defend. It's
Yes.
essentially your Tatum's, your Paul George. Tatum's the best version of that. But
Hmm.
I think Prime PG might be better. I don't know. So that's a debate for a different part. But that's essentially what they were trading for at that point. That's what you expected. That's what the Clippers expected, especially when you have Kawhi there too with it. So you have to
And to
get
be
healthy.
Yeah. And to be fair to Horace, the highest draft pick he's had has been 17, and he got DiVincenzo, and that was a
Yeah,
pretty good pick.
Mm-hmm.
DiVincenzo was a good pick. I mean, a lot of Horse's picks have also been late second round
Right.
picks
Right.
or
Right.
late first round picks. Now he does. Even then, he has made some bad decisions. I know that we had a workout with Nemhard before, and they
Yeah.
said we are gonna do it. We said we are gonna take him, and then you did him dirty, and that's probably why he's playing so. That's probably why he keeps beating your ass every single time you
Right.
play him. That's the reason why there is hatred in those
Who do we
eyes.
draft instead of Nemhard?
Uh, what year was he drafted?
Was it Bochamp?
20. It's either 2020 or 2021. I think. Hold on.
Was it Bochamp?
It might be.
I feel like it was Bochamp, right?
Might have been. Might have been. What a
Don't
mistake.
quote me, but I
No,
feel
no,
like it could
2022,
have.
2022,
Oh,
2022.
okay. I felt like it could have been
So what was that?
Bochamp.
Ajax, right? That's the Ajax year, I think, or Chris Livingston year.
Okay.
But that's still a roll of the dice when you get down into those
Right.
late first round picks
But
and those second round picks.
even then, the Desmond Bain thing was also a late. He was also a late pick.
Right.
There's been some very good late first round picks.
Yeah,
How
Desmond Bain is a good example. Desmond
even
Bain.
right now, like the Wolves are doing something smart that we should be doing is the players you like they already got the Rudy replacement with the player that they got just now. Like he looks fantastic.
But you got to give credit to also getting AJ Green,
True.
the undrafted player
AJ
on the
Green was
side.
that's unsigned though. He was undrafted. That's different.
Yeah,
Undrafted. Yeah. That's
but
even
that's
more of a
still,
plus.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Because that guy definitely should have been drafted.
A hundred
So I don't know
percent.
how,
A
I don't know
hundred
how he slipped
percent.
through.
Yeah, he slipped through the cracks 100%. I'm glad
And
we
that's
got him.
why,
That's why I don't want to give him up. But the problem is,
I don't know.
damn, Kuzma plays so bad, Mr. Cool and Pass. He's almost
Yeah.
untradeable at this point. And
Okay.
I know that's probably who they trying to move.
This
And it's
yeah.
just
This is
they're not
where
wrong for asking for AJ Green. They're not wrong.
I can't.
Kuzma
But you
looked
don't give him
terrible.
up. You're not
No,
giving.
you
Look, I
don't get
understand Kuzma's bad, but even still, I'm not giving him up for Andrew Wiggins.
right.
No way. Mm-mm. And I don't want no Wiggins, man.
Yeah, I'm
Wiggins,
I
cool
just,
on Wiggins.
Look, I like
Boo.
Wiggins, but this is not the same Wiggins from 22.
Right.
He peaked in
Wiggins,
1 year. His peak was that year, and since then he has not been the same player.
Wiggins is
Right.
another Prince.
No, he's definitely
Mm-mm.
better than Prince because he's at least smart.
Yeah.
Because
He has IQ.
I've been seeing a lot of Bucks fans be wanting either him, obviously both the wings from the Pelicans, I've seen RJ
Kaminga,
Barrett one. The RJ Barrett one's also confusing to me.
Kaminga.
That is the worst one I've seen so far. The Kaminga one is like, if a guy like this can't work with Steph, what do you think is going to happen with this team?
That
Like,
is
be real.
hilarious. Yo,
He just comes across as immature to me, and I think that would be a
You,
problem.
you really want
right.
to give them a first round pick just to take another Marjon?
Right.
He's better
He
than
No
doesn't do
thanks.
Marjan.
anything good.
He's
He's not.
better
He's
than
just
Mar.
athletic. That's all he is. He's just
Well, he's better than
athletic.
Marjan. We not gonna spit in his face like that.
Yeah,
Come on, he better than Marjan.
he's. Oh, congrats! You got Marjon. You just got bigger Marjon. That's what it is. Marjon's not terrible. He's just kind of mid at everything. That's the same thing he does. Just a little bit better at mid it.
Marjan just
Like
didn't
you
know
just
how to play.
compared.
He needed to go
Yeah,
overseas.
yeah. He need
Marjan
to
should
go
have went
overseas.
overseas.
Yeah, that's
And
where he
guess
need to
what?
be.
Just like how Ajax is in summer league, who's also in summer league? Marjon is also in the summer league.
He is.
They both play. Yeah, he's playing for the Knicks this year on the summer league team.
They're going to be career summer league players.
No,
Goodness.
they're out of this league. If you were in the summer league for your third year, it is over for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
Beauchamp. We were saying when he was with us, that was his last time in summer league to be something.
And we were
Now you're
correct.
back. Yeah, you're back in summer league. And he's like
hmm
27 now, 28. He got to be. He was already older. He needed to go overseas before he came to the NBA to kind of get seasoned and find his game.
But Amber, what you said the other day is a very good point. I would rather just give Andre Jackson Westbrook minutes.
Yeah,
I mean, why would I bring Westbrook? Just let Andre Jackson play. It's
I agree.
not going to be that much different.
No, I
He's
agree.
not. Ajax is waived also, so I don't. He's not technically on the team right now.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he got waived. Him and Chris Livingston are both waived right now, but that's because of contract reasons to get Turner like, onto our books. They might get re-signed, but I don't know. I don't think. I don't. I know. I don't think Chris Livingston will get re-signed. Ajax might get re-signed because he hasn't. This game so far, he's been okay.
Look at that though. You're saying he's been okay in summer league.
You
We're
gotta
supposed to
understand
be.
though. You gotta understand the type of player that Ajax is. He's not really gonna show. He's not gonna show out or something. It's just not the type of player he is. I don't expect him to do that. I want to see the stuff that we want him to do is shoot, actually be confident to shoot. I'm not worried about defense. I'm not worried about all that stuff. I literally just want to see, are you actually thinking to shoot? I saw that
But
this
this
time.
is but this is 3 years of saying the same thing. I
Yeah.
mean, at some point, it's got to happen.
Bingo, bingo, bingo. That's my problem. That's my
So,
concern. But he has all of the skills and tools. He just is between his ears. His problem is
right.
between his ears, 100% between his ears. He has all the athletic. He showed you in college he could run point and do all of that. He just doesn't have the confidence in the NBA, and I think that's
But
what's
that
hurting him.
but that's our coaches too, then too,
Oh,
because you had him
100%.
starting all these games, and then you just pull him out and just bench him like he's, I don't know, like he's the worst player in the world. So you mess with people's head. You got to communicate with them and explain why you're no longer playing right now.
I
'Cause I don't know that
100%
they do
agree.
that
No, I agree.
with the young player in particular, especially a second round pick and all these other things. He's already got a confidence issue. Explain to him, right now we're going to go in this direction, but we're going to
And
still try to
why?
utilize what you can bring. Right,
Exactly. And why? 100%.
right, right. But they don't, and then he just loses more and more confidence like that. So, hey, but
Pass.
listen,
Do you
I
think it's
got
a
to go.
confidence?
Though.
Okay. 1 second, Mr. Cole. I'm gonna get both of y'all out of here. So, regarding what we were just talking about, pass. How do you feel about Ajax at point? Do you think his problem is skill set, or is it really just confidence? And then I'm gonna let you go too, Mr. Cool. Go ahead, pass.
Bit of both. The confidence thing is one factor, but if you're essentially a worse version of Ben Simmons who can't shoot, can't rebound, you're athletic. That's really it. But your passing isn't even close to his level. Your defense is maybe you could question as good, but I don't think it is because you can't really guard 1 through 5 like he can because he's not as
So
big
you're
as
you're
him.
making it sound like we shouldn't even re-sign Ajax.
I I like Ajax a lot, but I don't know if it's worth taking a chance. If he's your end of the bench guy, you give him a chance. Also, you gotta keep him count. Who is their coach? Doc was giving him no chances this whole year. He went from a
Mm.
starter to a bench guy with Pat. Pat was getting more time playing than him half the time.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, Paz. Damn. Yeah, I get. We gonna finish this conversation. All right. Appreciate you tapping in, Mr. Cool. All right, Paz. Appreciate y'all, gentlemen. Salute, salute. All right, y'all. Shout out to Paz. Shout out to Mr. Cool. Let me tap in Brandon before we get out of here. What up, Brandon?
Oh yeah,
What's going on, man?
what's going on? What's up? The news my back nation. Family plan for good, y'all. Um, um, I think I heard what y'all talking about. Um, I don't think the Bucks not done making no moves yet. But here's my thing on this. I don't think we don't need no old guys on this team.
Okay.
And I think we need to keep AJ Green. We need to keep that boy.
I agree.
And you talk about the front court.
Uh-huh.
I think our front court is better
I agree.
because now you got the best front court in the league.
I agree.
You got Giannis, Turner, Bobby.
Yeah.
Um, I think I would see if Boy Giannis can. Let's see if Boy Giannis can do run the point with real game, not
Okay.
the whole.
Okay.
So because I'm thinking we need another point guard
Okay.
because I'm thinking who go facilitate or create their own shot though.
Uh-huh.
We got no ball handler.
No, that's true.
And also, I want to see because I'm thinking now we just wait Ajax and Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
I think I don't want Ajax on this team.
Okay. Okay.
Here's the thing though. We he helped us beginning of the season last season. It's the same song again that happened last summer.
Uh-huh.
He don't he still got the good defense and all, but his confidence is not there yet.
Right.
Only thing he needs to do is I'm thinking let Ajax go,
Okay.
let him play overseas.
Hey, what's going on with your lighting, Brandon? You gonna get somebody epilepsy watching the live, bro. Come on, man. You gotta hit that light. You gonna get somebody epilepsy. What's wrong with you, Brandon? Go ahead, Brandon.
How good. I think let Ajax
Uh-huh.
play overseas, and we don't want no weekend. We
No.
don't want we don't want nobody because I know we still got another move to make, but we need to develop our young guys.
I agree.
Now we need to keep saying what Gibson's always saying. So we need to develop a program.
Shout out to Gibson. Facts.
So I'm using Gibson's word for it. We don't need no old signing players on the team.
No, yeah, I agree. I think our roster is solid right now. If we make a move, it's cool. I just don't want us to give up Ajax right now. We gonna see what happened. I said Ajax, AJ Green. We gonna see what happened. And I'm with you. If Ajax come back, it's cool. If he don't come back, it's cool. It's either you've had enough time to show yourself. It is what it is. I know his guarantee. I think Dre West, or somebody put in the chat, is being pushed back, but they still on the team. All that's cool. But if there's a way to waive him, that's cool too, because you got to start showing something. It can't just be a hope project.
Right,
It's people. AJ Green that passed you way up, and he was way behind you. AJ Green went and spent the block on you 6, 7 times, and you haven't adjusted at all or been better than where you were when you first came in the league. We got to be real. He hasn't done anything better from when he got here to now. He's not a better player on any level.
right,
Ajax has been the same. He's been riding the same wave. He can't even ride no wave. It ain't no wave. It's calm water. It's just the same. It's calm water. We gotta be real. I like Ajax as well. I'd love to see him succeed, but he hasn't shown us any improvement in years.
point.
There's been no growth in
And
Ajax. No growth. We just gotta keep it real, friends and family. It hasn't been any growth in this game. It just
what
is what it is. Patricia P, that's a good point. If you weren't allowed to make mistakes, your confidence would be gone too. Man, I want doggone. I feel you. That's a good point. That's definitely a good point. What's your last words, Brandon, before we get up out of here?
I'm thinking, I think, like everybody put in the chat, don't listen to the media.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Listen to no goddamn media.
Shout out No Strays.
Salute no three.
What
Salute.
up, Mark?
Hey, y'all see? Salute no three. I got something for you. No three. Your team not going. Your team not going back to the final no
That's
more.
right. Nah, they done. What's your last words, Brandon, before we get up out of here?
Uh, I cannot wait for this season.
Facts, Tito. No,
And
I agree. Me too.
I'm thinking we cannot wait to talk about this back stuff.
Yeah, that's coming soon. Yeah, as soon as we get some news, we definitely gonna get to it. Appreciate you,
Hey,
Brandon.
no problem, bro.
Uh,
Take one day at a time. Take one step at a time. I got a couple of days. Even if more Buck news come out,
right.
we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Brandon.
And also, we're gonna keep this train going.
Right.
The 100 let's keep guys to 100
Right.
100
All right, Brandon.
All right.
All right, bro. Go. All right, y'all. Another great live. If you haven't already, please hit the like button. Yeah, Ajax is looking like another boat champ, unfortunately. Appreciate everyone tapping in. Great live. Appreciate Mr. Cool Pass hopping on the live. We discussed a lot from additions to the Bucks like Westbrook, Beal. We talked about our front court. uh, AJ Green, Ajax. This was a very well-rounded Bucks conversation. We'll have another one in a few days. Let's see what happens in the summer league, and if we see any Bucks movement as far as trades, like Kuzma being moved or something to that effect, and see what happens with AJ Green. I do want him to continue to be a Buck. That's one of the only players that we've developed over the last couple years is AJ Green. I would hate to lose the only player that we've really developed recently. So I hope that's not the case. That we would need to include AJ Green in any trades would be really bad for this team, in my opinion, because I don't think we have anybody on this roster that currently duplicates what AJ Green does. But we'll see what happens. Horse Pen has definitely been moving a lot this month. So we're gonna continue to stay tuned, keep your notifications on. We'll obviously be going live in a couple days. We'll talk Bucks. We'll see what's going on with the Packers. Stay locked in to the best community on YouTube. And this is we call ourselves we friends and family over here. You join this community, you part of friends and family. So salute to all y'all. Appreciate y'all. Please make sure to hit the like button before you get up out of here. Comment, like, subscribe, and share the electrifying content. And shout out to the queens of the chat. They was in here super deep today. Salute. All right, y'all. Go.